Alright, John, hello. Very quick vid. I will try to answer your question as best I can. So, what you will need some clippers. You can get different sorts. There's two of my other ones over there hanging up. You will need obviously these are for removing the pieces from what's called the sprue, which is the framework that they're on. You'll need a hobby knife. You can get these from dollar stores, or you can use X-Actos, like that one. That's X-Acto blades. They come in the great big, like handyman sort of ones. The glue is a special glue. It's not massively expensive. It depends where you get it from. It will be readily available in Australia, and it's a plastic cement, and this is Tamiya extra thin. And you can also get, this is the Tester's one as well. Now the reason this is extra thin is it is actually extra thin. So what I use, this, anything small parts, stuff like that, I use that one. Anything I need a good, really tight bond, I use that one. They're not very, this one is pretty cheap. We have over here in Canada a store called Michael's. I don't think they're in Australia, but it's basically an arts and crafts store, and they actually have a few model kit stuff, and they stock the Tester stuff. They also stock their spray cans. Now, the best results you get from an airbrush, but at a pinch these cans are okay, and they give you a much nicer finish. This is my ATST that I'm working on, and that was sprayed with the rattle can, so you can get a decent finish with them. You will need probably putty on that Macross bird. It fits not bad. Hasegawa is a very good brand, but there's probably going to be a couple of areas where there's a bit of a gap. There is proper modelling putty, which comes from Tamiya, and there's a few other brands. Testers probably have one for sure. But if you go to an arts and crafts store, I use this as well for putty. And I've used it for quite a while, and it's done me good, and it's not too expensive. Well, although, if you're not going to be building many of these, that's probably not your best bet. You're probably better off just getting a tube, because the other putty will come in a tube. You can also get modelling glue in tubes. That's a Tester's one over there, but I don't like it in the tube. It's more glunky. You can use super glue, but it's a bit messier, and you've got to be a bit more careful. While this sounds more sort of complicated than that, the biggest thing is just taking your time. So like with this one, before you cut anything, just get to know your part. And what I mean is, like on here, like part 3, like section 3 there, just really take your time looking it over. And these numbers are colours, these are colour coding, and these are your sprue and part number. So there should be in there a K sprue and part 5. But really just take your time and really look. Where a lot of beginners make mistakes would be, okay, here's a good example. I'll try to get it, what it's showing. But on that piece there's just a tiny little bit at the bottom there. It doesn't look like much, and same as at this end, that round bit. It's very easy when you've got it on the sprue that you can cut those two pieces off, not realizing, or even this bit, it's got two little knobs at this end. it's very easy to not be paying attention and cut those bits off and then suddenly find that there's a hole on this main bit where these things attach to. So just take your time when you go to do anything. Just really take your time. Just look at the part, look at the part you're cutting out, look at the instruction, check which way everything's going, and you know, you'll head off a lot of mistakes by taking your time. I was thinking of starting a macross bird soon, so I might start this one and do a bit of a build log, explaining stuff as I go along, and maybe that might help you with some of the issues you might have. I will be using the airbrush on the top, but I was going to be using a rattle can for the undercolor, so I can show you how that works when I come to it. So I hope that will be useful, and that this was gave you a very brief overview of what you needed. And yes, the decals, that you do put them in water, face down, cut them out. Don't put the whole sheet in. Just cut out what you need when you come to it, and you put them face down about 20 seconds. Take them out, and just leave it till the decal slides. But I can show all that when I get to that stage. So I hope that was of some use for you, and good luck. Please tell me that was good.